Hello YouTube and welcome to the Rise of Icelandic Football here with HK. This is episode 56 so far. It's been 56 great episodes. We're going to start off by saying a couple of little administrational things. Really, it's just thank yous, really. I've got to thank Dr. Benji yet again for what he did last night for me on Twitch. It was sensational and the experience was great. I'm still buzzing, even though it hasn't been 24 hours yet, but it's basically been a full day. You know, we've slept, we've gone to work, we've now started the YouTube grind, finally get to the game that we are here today. So we've got to say thank you to Dr. Benji. I'm also going to say thank you here to a boy that I have connected with through Twitch and on Discord, Big Daddy Ham. I'm going to link his YouTube and his Twitch in the link in the descriptions below. He is also doing a HK save. Just out of the blue, I went to go watch on Twitch and I saw a guy streaming HK and I was like, okay, here we go. And then I was interested in it, and we're basically in about the same year as each other at the moment, so we always just on Discord trying to make sure we're doing the best we can at the moment. So if you can go help out his stream, he's a bit of a bigger streamer than what I am, where you know, you can subscribe to him, he's got emotes and all that sort of stuff, where we're just quite new at it all. I do recommend checking out Big Daddy Ham. I feel like that he's obviously quite good at what he does, and that's going to be the end of the administrational thank yous, and maybe a little bit of plug for Big Daddy Ham as well. But there we are. That is all that we're going to talk about for that sort of stuff. Today, though, it is Champions League group stage. We are back again for another year of either Champions League heartbreak that we've definitely had in the past, or some absolute Champions League triumph. I think as a club, we've got to realise that making it to the first knockout round is great and probably what we should be trying to achieve in Europe, but we have to start getting to the quarterfinals and semi-finals sooner rather than later to start progressing the save a little bit more. Do I think it's going to happen this year in this group stage? Probably not, and if you haven't watched last episode, go check that one out before you go watch this one. I've already said we're in the group stage, but I think you should know by now that qualifying for us is quite easy. If you want to see who's in our group, though, before I go click this, last episode, of course, I'm going to give you a second. Let's go into what it was. We go to the Champions League Cup, a Champions League here. We obviously go to group stage. We are in Group E, I think, off the top of my head. There we are. We obviously got RBL and Man City, who they've already played an RBL at home, 1-2-1 against City, which for us trying to finish second and knowing that we can beat RBL at home because we've done it before, that is really, really bad for us because RBL already on 3 points. We should be on 3 points as well, which is great, but you expect City to beat us home and away, and you expect RBL to beat us away. And for us to beat RBL at home, you expect RBL to obviously beat Maccabi Haifa. I don't even know how to say that. Just Maccabi, the Israeli side. You expect RBL to beat them twice. So in terms of us trying to get out the group, this year might be the year for the first time ever in HK's history, we probably finish third in a group and we go to the Europa League knockout stage. Now, I'm going to say this right now, that's not a bad thing. I actually think in the Europa League, we would make a very good run on maybe trying to make the final and maybe trying to win it. I feel like it would be an absolutely amazing experience for the boys. Just got to get lucky in that first round draw that we don't pick up a very good Europa League side, or in the second round as well. And if we can get through those 2 rounds, anything is possible after that. But we're going to obviously get into that game today. Before we do that, I'll need a few shout outs to a few different little players. Victor Hugo is growing sensationally. I did say in last episode that I think centre-back's next to strengthen with our transfer budget that we have. I said that, and Hugo's just taken off on leaps and bounds. Determination's growing, which I do love. He's being tutored at the moment by Crespo as well. He's a centre-back partner in crime. He's got great player traits as well. He just looks sensational, doesn't he? He's got great passing, vision's going up. He technically can almost start being trained to play this ball-playing defender role. At the moment, we are training him to play ball-playing defender as well, which is pretty good. In terms of that, we've got a couple of things to say in the inbox. Our under-19s have won again. Trent and Danny Ingy, who's also been growing sensationally, are looking like they're going to be in the next Icelandic squad. We will get onto Iceland in just a second as well. So we have played a couple of games. If we go down a little bit more, we also just won the league not too long ago. I just want to see what our initial budget was. I think it's about 82 mil. I just want to get the email up. Where are we? Danny Ingy training report. That's nice to know. Initial budget. I should have just typed it in up here. Now that we've gone this far down, we're not even going to worry about that. Just going to go and show you. I haven't touched anything in the budget. We obviously got 81 mil and we got 477 K available in wages. I honestly think that with those sort of dealings that we can make, and the transfer budget being so big, I feel like that there's definitely a lot we can do to the squad. I was just meant to highlight the squad as I talked about that. Apparently, no, we're not going to do that. Never mind. Still trying to do it. What am I doing? What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? It is a shambles, this episode so far. Doesn't really matter too much. We could improve the squad, but in saying that, I'm really happy as the squad is right now. We probably could maybe use another older head or two, maybe another just an older centre back that's actually developed. Like Crespo's 25 at the moment. Maybe get someone that's about 29, 30 with some international experience. Maybe a Brazilian, because they seem to match well with the squad, but that's another foreign player. Maybe we can find a European international powerhouse. That's maybe coming towards not the end of his career, but maybe his end of his time at the peak of his career, and we could pick up cheap. That wouldn't be too bad. We obviously then could maybe look for a bit more depth in areas, but at the same time, I want to make sure that we do get the right sort of depth, and we don't just go and throw out our Icelandic lads like Trent and Danny Ingi, because they can obviously grow into being important squad players for us as well in the club. We did make one signing, and to be honest, when I signed this guy, Victor Hugo had a bid for 22.5 mil. The board accepted, and I couldn't talk about, so I did panic on deadline day. In the end, we could reject it. He chose to sign a new contract with us. Victor Hugo still here, but we did sign Milan Cerny, who's going to be fourth choice centre back for 5.75 mil. I do feel a bit sorry for this kid. Is we couldn't register him for the Champions League qualifying rounds because he already played for Praga in the qualifying rounds. So I was like, oh, obviously I can't register him for the group stage. Apparently I could. He got upset at us. He's now not too upset at us because we started to give him some first team football. I think he's still a very good player at 21 with some decent potential. If he can hit 3-star, he'll obviously be very good for us in the league. I just like his stats. I just don't like that he's 5'10". I didn't buy him as a straight replacement Victor Hugo. It was more that Alt was going to start if Hugo did leave on deadline day, and this guy was obviously going to come in. Also, by bringing him in, it did mean that if Hugo's release fee got met and that he did end up leaving after deadline day for us, but obviously still transfer period for everyone else, we could have obviously had suitable backup. Instead, we've now got 5 centre backs, and maybe we'll look to ship one off in the future. But that's it in terms of the team and for what's going on here, guys, at the moment. We're obviously going to get into fixtures quickly. We've won every game. What's new? If we can go to Iceland and go to their fixtures, apparently not. No. Actually, if I go to Iceland and I go to board, it probably will tell us. There we are. That's where the game I wanted. We've only played the one game since we've seen on YouTube. Actually, maybe 2. We lost to Wales on stream. I can't remember what the score was right now. I think it was like 3-1 or something. But we obviously beat Macedonia 2-1. We did go to a counter system, scoring a very, very late goal. It was a good goal here by Carlson as well. We may as well watch it. He absolutely twats this one in top corner to give us an important win, Macedonia. As you can see, 91st minute, we get the ball. Isberg, though, he does what he does best. Just pumps it long, because that's what I was saying in the thing. What he does best is obviously run with the ball. But we win it back free here. It's just a poor touch, and we go on the break, and then look at us break pretty good here. Gunnarsson, he had a great game, gets it to Alderson. Alderson's ball to Carlson, and Carlson just takes 2 touches and bang in the top left-hand corner for the goalkeeper. We're obviously doing pretty well. Qualifying Group E at the moment is looking okay, but not bad. If we look at it probably more in depth and actually go to the actual group, go to the group stage, we need to beat Ukraine in our next game to have any chance of finishing second. If we don't beat the Ukraine, it's pretty much game over, and it was a good qualifying run for us. We are growing, though, as a nation in terms of what we are getting up to in terms of our rating. We're up to like 85, sorry. We're up to 58 in the world. Remembered it backwards. Anyhow, let's get into it. It's the same lineup that we're always going to be quite used to. This is the lineup we're going to play it quite a fair bit. Gleason is growing as well and is now back to being a 3-star right back. Gomez, Schultze, Stephen, Bartra, Pereira, Petrella, Victor Hugo, Crespo, Muta, Filipov in goals. Obviously, the bench is the bench. Stein's not 100% fit, nor is Flamen. I'm actually thinking that we won't start Flamen. Saying that Danny Ingi's not 100% fit either. We may as well keep Flamen there. Gunnarsson, Callas can play up front, so we might make that move maybe later on. And Tate, Jonas, Alt, and Wagner. So we've spent 9 minutes talking, but hopefully we can go in and beat Maccabi. If this was at home, I would play the 4-2-3-1, but this is a game that we can't afford to lose. But we definitely should be looking to win. We have to make sure just that Maccabi can't take 3 points off us at any point, so we do go win. They're actually playing 4-3-3 as well, but with 2 6s. Their keeper looks a bit, I'm expecting a lot of these players just to be like players that aren't valued because they don't have the Israeli league loaded. So if we do actually see someone that is real, we'll shout them out, but at the moment it's just all these grayed out players that we should be miles better than. They've actually got very well-rounded stats, but at the same time they're not real, so I don't know what to expect. Biton's a very nice name for an Israeli lad. That striker actually looked decent as well. Paldi actually looked really good, the 29-year-old. If I could sign him, no, I wouldn't actually, to be honest. Would you sign him? There's the first question in the chat. Paldi, would you actually sign him? Obviously you can't sign him from here, but obviously back in the day you could go and sign him from if they were in your youth squad. You could go sign people like that. Work well in lower league saves, that is for sure. I'm going to tell the boys to show us what we can do. I'm going to tell them there's much more to come from them, and get out there and go do it. It is the Champions League yet again. No player instructions as always. A 4-3-3 defensive midfielder system is in full effect. We've been playing very well in the league. We walk out here in Israel here, hopefully to go and just run away with 3 points and go back home and get ready for the rest of the Champions League group stage. Petrella's on the ball. Will we get a highlight from kickoff? Stephen with the fancy flick, but that is going to be that. We're dominating the ball very early, and we need to go out here and take 3 points, and that is for sure. We're not going to play direct, as our assistant says, but Filipov on the ball. He looks for Arthur Gomez. Has been sensational since he's come in. Petrella, though, cuts that ball in. It's fallen there to Gleason at the back post, and what a save that is. That is absolutely sensational. Gomez's ball in. Is that going to be the end of the highlight? We're going to pause it there. How has the keeper kept this one out? What a save. We're going to watch it back in fast motion. It's cleared. It falls to Gleason. That is one of the best saves we have seen. Has that gone through the net? Oh, scenes. Absolute. Dr. Ben. I've been watching Dr. Benji too much when we say scenes. It's not our rule saying. I won't, leech off Dr. Benji's sayings. But how has he missed this, Gleason? Can we just reverse that a little bit less? Obviously, we're going to go to where's it's going. We're going to go back to behind the goal. We have to have a look at this, don't we? Make it a little bit quicker. There we go. Ball gets played from Arthur Gomez. Goes out to this side here. We're now going to pause as the ball's about to come in. Going to get it on much slower. And just have a look at this. Petrella's ball is sensational across to where it's meant to go. But the clearance is just straight into Filipov. And it falls to Gleason. Keeper's well out of position as well. He makes himself huge as he goes 2 steps and goes back across. Gleason's actually hit that very well with his left foot. Keeper goes absolutely flying. What a save that is. Has that gone through the net? It hasn't. He's gone slightly through the net. What a save. That is by far the best FM save I've seen all year. That might be the title of the save. Best FM save of all year. I reckon that's up there. If you've got a better FM save, please let me know in the comments. But I think that has been the best FM save I have seen on 2018. That might be one of the best FM saves I've ever seen ever. I did have a save off stream because we've only been streaming for FM 18, where I had a keeper put off a similar sort of save, but it was in an FA Cup final. So it probably means a little bit more. In the end, the highlight's still going here. Gleason, he gets brought down. It's a free kick on the edge of the box. Paladi, who we actually highlighted pre-game as someone that we may actually, would you actually sign him if he was at your club on a free? We're going to get Stephen on the free kick. He can hit a good free kick, Stephen. His free kick is over the bar. Was always coming back to throw out goals. It wasn't too bad of an effort. And it is 1-0. It is 0-0 here. It should be 1-0. It was an absolutely great save by their keeper. What's his name? Offer, what a save. Don't worry, we should maybe give him an offer for making that save. That's a bad joke. Stephen, anyway, driving with Stephen. He looks for Arthur Gomez. Gomez first time. Gomez across the keeper. Offer can't keep that one out. Arguably he should have. And Gomez continues his goal-scoring form. He looks absolutely delighted. See the fist pump from him. Gave it the full wind-up in front of the crowd as well there. Giving it to the away fans. Don't mind a bit of that. That is for sure. Stephen picks up the ball at roaming play and just drives through the heart of the defence. An absolute sensational ball. Gomez first time. It catches the keeper out, who wasn't even set for the shot, and Gomez scores and sprints off to the corner to celebrate. We're 1-0 up here. Schultz is apparently taking a slight knock, and it's a twisted knee. Well, I'm going to tell you straight away, he is coming off. Gunnarsson's going to go in there as winger out there. That's where he obviously plays for Iceland. We're not going to take any chances in a game that we should be well in control of right now, but we are only 1-0 up. And Paldi gets on the ball, and Biton finds his man inside. Usually when you make a change, a goal comes of it as well. But there we are. It's a good tackle from Gleason. The the Brazilian fullback that's touted to be the next Cafu, but hopefully he just turns Icelandic and we can use him. It's a ball in. Filipov locks a header. He knocks it down, and Schultz, before he comes off the field, is going to get himself a goal with a twisted knee. It doesn't seem to have affected him. I just want to see him run off towards the bench. That sometimes it usually happens. Instead, he's running back to halfway like nothing's happened at all. Schultz gets his goal before he comes off. Gomez's ball over the top to Gleason. Gleason's cross was floated, but Filipov's great in the air. Just great press of 9 to knock it down instead of shoot. And Schultz at the back post volleys at home. We're obviously going to get Schultz off because he is injured. And we had 2-0 up after 26 minutes. Gleason to Pereira now. Pereira lays it all the back to Petrella, their new left back, who's been playing well since joining the club. Petrella now on the ball. He lays it back to Victor Hugo. Finds Pereira. We're keeping the ball sensationally. Pereira's got numbers out here. Arthur Gomez takes a touch. Can he lay it across the box? Instead, it's cleared. And maybe it's time for McCabe to go on the break. They find their striker. And they're going down the other end. The game's starting to open up. That's a ball back towards their centre back, back inside. And they're keeping it superbly well. The switch of play. Can we go out there and press him? Instead, Poldy's going to get the ball in. It's probably going to be a cross. Poldy's ball. The header. And it's just over the bar. A chance for McCabe. A goal there would have brought him straight back into the game. It is all happening here, ladies and gentlemen. 29 minutes in. We're going to take a second to breathe. Because what a 29 minutes of football it has been. Their keeper, I still can't get over that save. What a save. We're going to go back and watch that, I reckon, before this game's over. That is absolutely, that is a great save. Oh, it's David Seaman-esque who's just clawed it out from somewhere. And there we go. I've just got a message about coaching. Just relax. My text tone's quite funny. Arthur Gomez there, Crespo flicks it on. Victor Hugo back post. How have you missed that, son? We just highlighted how well you're growing and how you missed that. In the end, look at the break here. It's on for McCabe. They've got numbers left, right, and centre. The ball out wide finds Poldy. Poldy's touch isn't the best, but they're still on the break here. Poldy, his ball inside the Shiriki. Shiriki now. Look, sounds like Shakira. We might nickname that to Shakira. Biton now. He finds Poldy. Poldy now on the ball. Find Shakira. I'm going to nickname him that now. Poldy's ball across the box straight there. Muta, who will claim. 44 minutes in. We're going to do that now. Can we nickname him? We can't nickname him. Shakira instead of Shiriki. There we are. We're going to go over it. That is for sure. How has Hugo missed from 6 yards? We are 2-0 up. We could be up a whole lot more. We could be 2-1 if they finish their chances. And their goalkeeper has pulled off the best save I've seen on FM so far. I'm going to tell him not to get complacent. Gleason looks a bit stressed. I'm just going to tell him, look, there's more to come from you. Let him know what he takes. And we're going to get into the second half. No need to make changes. We obviously made one for Schultz. They've made a couple. Ben Ami's coming on, and Benayoun, always got to love an Israeli with Benayoun. Josip Benayoun, what a player was Benayoun, eh? He was really good for Liverpool. Anyhow, 52 minutes in. Obviously, I'm happy with a win. I'm happy to only win 2-0 away from home. It doesn't bother me about, how many things we get. It's a bruised ankle there for Georgi Filipov, but we know Flamen isn't 100% fit as Crespo goes close to corner. You never get too excited for corners, that is for sure. 65 minutes in. It's a cold here for Baldini, though. His ball front post. That's a volley. That's in. That's 2-1. McCabe, Hufflepuff? McCabe have scored. Nearly, we can't speak today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm too hyped still from the stream last night with Dr. Benji. There we are. Sharon has scored. We've let Sharon at the front post come in and bury one. We haven't been playing overly well. We need to make sure that we hold on to this and do win this game. Someone's on a 6.6. Who is that? Gunnison. We're going to keep him out there. What we might do is this. Butcher's not looking 100% fit. Stephen's playing well. What we might do is bring Callis on, keep the system the same, and really do push for another goal. Callis is obviously a goal-scoring midfielder. There's a part of me that wants to shut up shop, but that might let McCabe come back into this and draw this game too. We're going to keep on the same system, just see if we can control the game and see it out. Poldy gets injured, unfortunately for him. There's 5 minutes at a time. We're now going to make that defensive change, and we're actually going to put it back here. Get Stephen there, get Callis as the Mazzala, or like maybe as an advanced playmaker on attack, even though we don't need him on attack. And we're just going to get Mtate in here as a ball-winning midfielder on support. We really should be putting this on silent. I never get notifications during the day, and then always get them when you're streaming. That is for sure. I'm going to confirm the changes there. It is all happening this episode. 93 minutes, 94 minutes. It looks like we're going to scrape home here in what has been a very interesting game. Maccabi have done themselves very proud here in Israel in a game that we really should be winning. We have gone here and won this game 2-1. We've dominated well enough, but didn't keep the ball enough for my liking. Only having 51% possession. We're going to go back to field. Can we see like the highlights of this game? I just want to give them the good old look, I want to see the save again. That's all I'm caring about right now. That was a save and a half from Offa. Schultz is out for 4 to 7 days because we took him off early. Filipov's only out for 1 to 2.5, 1 for 2.5 days. I saw the 0.5 here and just like 1 to 2.5 days. HK to receive 1.75 mil. Arthur Gomez signs yet again. He's been absolutely amazing since we brought him in. 5 games, 4 goals, and an assist in the league at 8.27. And in the Champions League, he's scored 4 goals and 2 assists at the moment as well. In terms of that, Arthur Gomez is one of a very few players that needs to hang their heads up really high how they perform second half of the year. To be honest, everyone performs quite well. Going to save the game because it's always so important. For everybody on YouTube, that's going to be the end of episode 56. It's great for the support for the Save to Continue. Please give it a like, get a comment if you think that was the best football manager save that you've ever seen. I think that's up there. I actually think that is absolutely sensational. Do we want to watch it again? Nah, it's okay. We've got friendlies coming up as well. I feel like that's going to be on the stream. We've obviously going to be streaming the rest of the Champions League live on Twitch, so please check that out. The link will be below. Also, my Twitter will be below because you will see just updates of when YouTube episodes go live and when we're about to stream as well. So if you want to be up to date of when I'm going to do something, just check out the Twitter as well. Obviously, as I said at the start, Dr. Benji has been sensational for us the last 24 hours. So we're going to link him in the chat. Link him in the description below as well. I'll link him on the chat in Twitch. Why not, since I've said that. We're also going to link Big Daddy Ham, another HK YouTuber, brought together from our love of HK. Just 2 random guys who've done a random save of a second division side in Iceland. Just amazing how coincidences work in the world. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, or night, wherever you are. Hopefully you've enjoyed episode 56. I'll see you for episode 57. It will be probably a Champions League game if the group gets really interesting and really close. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and goodbye for now. This is Damien signing off for another episode of the HK Rise of Icelandic Football series here on YouTube, and goodbye.